Welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest updates across South Sudan and beyond. Today we bring you a major update from South Sudan as several serious developments are unfolding across different parts of the country. Today top stories include deadly fighting in Jonglei state, growing security fear in Juba, a shocking report involving illegal meat sale in northern Barghazal, the killing of wildlife officer in western Equatoria, and a heartbreaking case of an Ethiopian widow in Juba who is now facing eviction and suffering after losing her husband. These are developing stories that are raising concern about among citizens, leaders, and humanitarian groups. Before we proceed, please, I would like you to, if the channel, if you are new, if the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell, so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Our first report is deadly clash in New Fangak. We began in Jonglei state, where deadly clash have continued for a second day in New Fangak. Report coming in say fighting started on Tuesday and continued into Wednesday morning. The clash involved forces from SSPDF and SSPDF Agwelek and SPLIO fighters. According to report from the ground, the situation quickly turned violent. SSPDF Agwelek force said one of their soldiers was killed and two others were injured during the fighting. They also claimed that 8 SPLIO fighters were killed. However, as the conflict continued into the second day, the number of deaths reportedly increased sharply. According to the SPLIO, more than 30 people are now feared dead as the violence continues. This includes fighters and possibly civilians caught in the middle of the conflict. The fighting has created fear among residents in New Fangak. Many civilians have reportedly started fleeing the area to seek safety. Families are leaving their home with children, elderly people, and very few belonging with them. The humanitarian situation is becoming a major concern. As people run for safety, there are fears that food, shelter, and medical support may become difficult to access. Many local residents are now worried that if the fighting continues, the situation could become worse in the coming days. This latest violence is another reminder of the fragile peace situation in part of South Sudan. The people of Fangak have suffered from conflict before, and many fear this story may be repeating itself. Questions are now being raised about whether peace efforts in the region are strong enough to stop more bloodshed. Authorities are yet to release a full official statement on how the fighting began. But tension remains high. For now, civilians continue to flee as uncertainty grows. Let's move on to our second top story. Fear rise in Juba after social media message from SPLA-IO spokesperson. And now to Juba, where tension is rising after a message posted on social media by SPLA-IO spokesperson Colonel Lampol Gabriel. The statement said, and I quote in simple words, "As we use the shortcut to Juba, let us know this fact. Viva is loading whether you want it or not." This message has sparked serious concern among residents and observers. Many people are now asking what exactly this statement means. Some see it as a warning, others believe it may suggest possible military or political movement toward the capital. Because of the current sensitive security situation in South Sudan, such a statement can quickly cause fear among the public. Reports said authorities are closely monitoring the situation. Security agencies are believed to be watching developments carefully. In Juba, whenever such a statement appears, people naturally become worried. The capital city remains politically important and highly sensitive. Citizens are now discussing the message widely on social media. Some are calling for calm, others are asking leaders to avoid statements that may create panic. At this moment, no official military action has been confirmed, but the statement has already increased public anxiety. People are hoping that the situation remains peaceful. Then move on to our third top story. A government crackdown on illegal meat sales. Now to Northern Bargazal. Authorities in Awilton have taken serious action after disturbing report that dog meat may have been sold in local butcheries. The Ministry of Animal Resources has now banned the sale of meat in all unlicensed butcheries. This decision came after report that some illegal meat sellers were operating without government approval. Director General by the name Samuel Ajing Ugwak say the government is concerned not only about dog meat but also about report that some people are slaughtering sick animals. This has raised major public health concern. Selling meat from sick or unknown animal can put the life of many people at risk. The government said anyone found violating the directive will face heavy fine. Well, this move is meant to protect the health and safety of residents. The issue became even more controversial after public discussion about alternative protein sources. Some leaders had previously suggested that animals such as dog, frog, lizard, and cat could be consumed. That discussion has now added fuel to public debate. However, authorities now say the main issue is public safety and legal slaughtering procedures. Residents are being advised to buy meat only from licensed butcheries. This is an important public health measure. And then move on to another heartbreaking report. Wildlife officer killed in Western Equatoria. A tragic incident has also been reported in Western Equatoria State. A wildlife officer was killed after an attack by suspected Ambororo nomad in Morocco, Payam of Iba County. The victim has been identified as Justin Badis. According to local source, the officer was part of a team inspecting wildlife cameras. These cameras were being used to monitor elephant movement inside the protected park area. Reports say the team came under gunfire on Wednesday while moving deeper into the park. The group reportedly includes 6 wildlife officers, 1 national security officer, and 1 South Sudan People Defense Force soldier, SSPDF soldier. Local authorities say the team had earlier been informed by a hunter that Ambororo group were inside the protected area. The header reportedly said they did not know the place was a protected park. They are said to have agreed to leave the following days. However, the situation later turned deadly. This incident has increased concern over insecurity in the area. Authorities had already ordered Ambororo group to leave the state due to rising attack, disruption to farming communities. Sadly, similar incidents have continued. Reports indicate that more than 5 people have been killed in resentment due to related violence. Residents are now calling for stronger action from the authorities. Before we proceed to our fifth report, the next one is heartbreaking report. Ethiopian widow in Juba face eviction. Please, if you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Now to one of the most emotional stories of the day. An Ethiopian widow living in Juba is now facing eviction and claimed that her family property has been taken unlawfully. The woman, Miss Saba Grima, lost her husband, the late Mr. Gabriel Selassie Waldebek, also known as Adele. Together they had built businesses and properties over many years. They also have 2 children, but after the death of her husband, she say everything changed. According to report, another woman allegedly claimed right over some of the property. This reportedly led to the seizure of family assets, including vehicles, finances, and business property were seized. The chairperson of the Ethiopian community in South Sudan has now called for urgent government intervention. Ms. Girma says she and her children have gone through terrible suffering. She described how her children live in fear. According to her, the children cried whenever they see people dressed like police officers. The trauma has deeply affected the family. Even more heartbreaking, she says she is currently sleeping on the street. Imagine losing your husband, then losing your home, business, and security. This story has touched many people in Juba. Eyewitnesses say she was forcefully removed. Her children were reportedly left outside without shelter. Some reports even say the children slept on stone for 2 days. This has caused outrage among community members and human rights activists. Many people are now demanding justice. Human rights activists are calling on the government of South Sudan to step in immediately. They say the rightful owner must be protected, the children must be protected, and any unlawful taken property must be returned. This case has now become a serious issue involving justice, human rights, and the protection of widows and children. Many are waiting to see how authorities will respond. If you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, please I would like you to tap the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's meet on the next video. Thank you.